It's the 5th of March, Davy.
Yep.
You're down, field's been ploughed, all that there. You're pulling up bridges already.
Yep.
And this time last year you'd already one field in that I remember.
Oh, I had, that's right, yeah.
And that was the wee long one over on the far side where it got done on sunset. And Davy, you seem to pick days when the sun's shining.
We did the sun on us to make that job work. Yeah. No, Andrew Brown, he was ploughing this. They do McCallister's work as well, you know, for mechanics. So
he got to play the new toy.
Yep.
Yes.
That was a Monday, so that was maybe nearly 10 days ago then, I suppose.
Yeah.
He got it ploughed then, and then the weather was a wee bit catchy last week, so it wasn't any good, so I'm giving it better this week. So that's the day you want to bat it there, with the sun on your back.
But then the sun's long overdue, and considering, like I got you last year, you were digging box by box, and a lot of people around the country, you helped a lot of people out the back end, Davy, last year because of the setup you had.
We did.
Very light footprints, very easy going, and I'm gutted that I missed it last year. You actually had a digger. You actually had the digger in last year pulling boxes out, and I'm raging I completely missed every one of that because it would have looked really cool, but it hasn't dampened people's spirits this year from what I've seen so far.
No, because lucky now, the more everybody struggled with the wet weather, the only blessing the whole thing was the price has stayed up for the product.
Yeah.
And that's positive that way, but certainly a lot of men have been depressed and down in the dumps with the weather, because everything you want to do the whole season, you were getting a kick in the teeth nearly.
Yeah.
You know, but when you start to get a spring like that and you see the sun, sometimes you nearly forget about it.
Well, that's the other side of it too, like, because me and you says before, like last year I never knew you had a self-propelled. Yeah. And it's then when you set the snap last year, you were digging not that far away, and I was like, oh, hang on, there's an ore toy that I really want to go see. And the footage I got from it, night time digging spuds over the top of, what do you call it? And just looking over the top, and you're sitting going, yeah. But again, another thing that I didn't know is we're in the T7.200 and you have another one sitting over there in the Destoner. Yeah. And Pride of the Fleet 6080.
She probably is. A good soft spot for her now.
Yeah, I think it was one of the first year of the big ones I drove. And absolutely wicked. She is sharp now. She definitely is. And she spends most of the time in the sprayer, where the 2200s do most of the heavy work.
Kind of the way it's worked out at the minute. The 60 would have used to have been always on the Destoner and the Harvester before these other two came, you know, so she's had her time of it as well. Yeah. And then bed tiller other times, but now most of the time, she'll be on the sprayer then for the summertime, then, you know. Yeah. So.
And then you were explaining something a wee bit different to me, which I was asking about just before we did this, so I understood it. Yeah. This field is laid out very, very different. It is. And it's to do with the nets going on.
Well, it'll be polythene, like sort of like the stuff that goes on the maize, you know. Yeah. With clear plastic. That helps the growth, you know. It creates, I suppose, like a greenhouse effect. And them to bring them on a couple of weeks earlier for the early market.
Yeah. So as you said, 6 runs, 6 drills, then a half run, and that's across the field.
Yeah, but it'll be 6 on my ridges. Which will be 12 drills. Yeah, then 12 drills. When you plants it. That's the width the polythene will be when it's rolled out then, and then we put in the wee half one then, and he's got that'll be a whole big sheet of polythene. You see, it'll be that wide of those 6 ridges, and then I don't know how long it is, but I think they go it might go the full length of this field. I'm not sure, but they are long. And then he'll go up, as I say, with a wee single drill plough, and he'll open that wee half ridge, and that'll cover the polythene to keep it down then. Yeah. But then just shovel at the ends, I think, just to cover it.
Yeah, very much as you say, acting like a greenhouse effect, keeping them covered, keeping them protected, pushing the growth on a wee bit more. Yep. As you say, we see it in maize, we know all about it and stuff like that there, and you know, carrots as well. Yep. Yeah, there is the odd stone on this field.
There is.
And you know, we're not that far from the beach either.
No, you're not a million miles away here with Bush Mills, so you're not far from the beach.
Because am I right in saying that's Billy Church?
That's Billy Church up there, yeah.
So that's, I half know where I'm at.
No, you're getting all the landmarks right here.
Yeah, so you get to pick the better place either, because like I say, it's nice views both sides.
No, it's nice.
4 sides.
And then it suits up here too, because the frost would be less than what it would be a lot more inland, you know, because whenever these come through, that's when you are under danger for getting them frosted, you know.
Yeah, but then that's the other thing too, like I say, it is the 5th of March. Main crop is probably going to be another 4, maybe 6 weeks from this, so you know, we are quite a bit ahead of the curve. And then, do you know the variety again?
The first bit they'll be home guards. and I think his plan normally is to have them ready for harvest for the end of June, beginning of July, for the coincides with the summer holidays.
Yeah.
And that's when he can get staff to work in the shops for him then, and sell them.
Home Guards, if I'm correct, is actually a really good roasting spud.
Aye, well, I suppose them early ones, well, some people might be roasting them, but I suppose the traditional way of having them, you'll just be boiling them with a bit of butter.
And the skins, the butter. Skins and butter are the big for spuds. Oh, I completely agree that way.
So no, that'll be the start, the earliest ones, then will be the Home Guard, then there'll be a lot of queens then, most will be queens then, whenever they'll be that wee bit later, and that's really the plan.
Because one thing I've noticed, and I follow them on Facebook, I forget the name of the farm, I think it's like Ern's Farm, but they're in Jersey.
Yep.
And they seem to be like a month behind than they normally are, as well. So
the weather.
Weather's been the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like you basically said to me today, I'm planting, and I'm sitting going, hang on a second, you're what?
I know.
And it's the last thing I expected you to say because of just how things have went and how things are going.
Well, if you weren't in that real good land that we're in, you would struggle to be working very many other places now. But that's why these fields picked for this job. You can get into them early, and they're. Well, he needs them to be dry in the summertime too when he's harvesting, because he needs to come out here and harvest every morning for selling fresh.
You know, fresh every single day of the week.
So you need the right ground, which is hard to find. Is that a premium?
Yeah, I was going to say it seems to be a massive premium this year, and it seems to be a lot of pressure on, especially if we give them grass and maize and whole crop, and the way the back end went last year, a lot of people are very hesitant to let grain go because if we have another year where it's wet or it's too dry, grass burns up, dies, and it's so hard to read between the two.
Yeah, that's the ball. This we can't really go from a drought to nearly flood it within a short space of time.
Yeah, and that is a very short space of time.
Yeah.
So I know the last couple of years I've seen boys do more salad potatoes. And I know I think it was jazzy the last couple of times, but then I haven't seen the salad potatoes as much this last year too. Has it kind of died a wee bit of a death off, David, or has things changed?
Well, anywhere around here there wouldn't be many men growing salads. I don't think, maybe in the south, and that it needs nearly like carrot ground, pretty much stone free, because you need to de-stone that with really fine webs, and then obviously harvest it with very fine webs to keep all those wee spuds in. So any ground around here wouldn't just be maybe suitable for that,
I've seen it now, fair enough, across Murrow, up towards Donegal that way and all that there, but I say it's not something I've actually seen in around here.
Yeah.
I say I did see it a couple of times. You say, I do take that point there that actually near enough everything was being pulled back into it.
No, you need the right ground for that too. But they're popular as salads in the supermarkets, like the salad spuds, they're nice.
That was a big one. That was a proper big one. Whenever you see the whole thing lifted into the ground.
That's why did you there? They left those out for us.
Well, I think was it last year, the year before I went to lift one. I was quite well embarrassed.
You did.
I think I had to look at it twice because it was a wee bit bigger than it looked.
I think it was actually round, but it was stuck in the ground.
Yeah. Well, sorry, I'll take that. It was stuck in the ground. It definitely was stuck in the ground.
No, you get some brutes, some big ones now. But the thing about this, we've de-stoned this, I guess half a dozen times maybe. So the big majority of the biggest ones, but you'll always get more coming up again. But most of them are out now.
But it's amazing, as you say, and that's one thing I would say, especially in some grass ground that I've seen, whereas regardless of many things you've worked around and stuff like that, stones always seem to make their way to the surface.
They do.
And always in the most awkwardest places.
Yeah.
potatoes are covered down with plastic. There is perforated holes in the top to allow it to breathe, so the potatoes probably don't sweat on the inside. But very much is like a mini climate control. So you see there's a bit of air going through it and stuff like that there. But hopefully now this should bring them on by a couple of weeks and them growing. I say with the weather and stuff like that there, it has taken me a couple of days to get down. I think the guys actually managed to get the plastic down a couple of weeks after. Or was it a week or 10 days, something like that, due to weather. Weather hasn't been overly great recently, so I'd say these guys hopefully should be starting to get a bit of growth on through over the ones that are not covered. But I will get down, hopefully I'm taking the plastic off and be able to see the difference. Davy, you've got your big toys, but you also do a lot of the wee toys. And you're sitting smiling and grinning right now because you're sitting laughing away with this, and you says it's not as expensive as my hobby, but to me it's nearly the same. Because by the time you had, as you know yourself, 1 or 2 models, but last year you did a show and you had a couple of videos on Facebook, mid-after models by the way, for anybody asking. You basically did a proper live action of Dribble Bar and Davy. Where did the idea come from? And like, seriously, it was fantastic.
Well, thank you very much. That's kind of you to say, but just I've been doing the shows for a few years, been collecting for a long time and modifying and doing stuff, and just from the shows every year, anything that would always catch my eye on anybody else's stand as something that's different. So then I started to think, what can I do that's different? Just to, whenever people are walking by, that they stop and want to look at it, you know. So I thought to myself, so have something moving, something working, what can you have moving? So I thought to myself, well, to have the slurry pumping around the tank, because that's just recycling all the time, it's not like it's going anywhere. So come up with that idea, so got various pumps and motors, or I had to do it with an inverter, a 12-volt inverter to get it to work with various things and get it. And,
but the idea was genius, because you put it up on Facebook and I sit going to myself, I says, you know, that is actually really, really good, because it's completely outside of the box. Nothing I've ever seen before. And all that there. And
no, thanks, I appreciate it. It's just, as I say, it's just something different. But when it's at a show, somebody else stop and look at it and just give it an extra second. Because a lot of times, if it's just standard stuff, the silage and the standard slurry things that people are doing, yes, it's nice to see, but people just walk by and give it a wee glance, look, and go on. So since we'll do that there, people will stop and take an extra wee second to look at it, you know.
But no, definitely, because I remember you said putting up and I said going to myself, I was like, all I need now is a wee mini drone I can fly from the top. That's everything I've sorted. And you're sitting looking at it going, no, that is actually properly really outside the box thinking.
Cheers. Did you see the one that I did this year with the buck rake?
No, which one's the one with the buck rake? Oh, come on, I've missed this one.
You've missed
it. Feedbacks, I've missed this one. Was the buck rake one?
Well, you got come up with an idea then after I'd done the slurry one, then I thought to myself, right, what are we going to do next? So, because I was obviously doing a lot of buck rake, and I thought to myself, right, can we not try and get a shovel on a pit and have the buck rake flicking? So we did that. I had it at Moira last year, and that was it was a bit of a last minute thing, and I hadn't maybe as much detail on it as I wanted, but the buck rake was there and working. And then we were at Carrickdale there at the end of February, and I got a wee bit more detail into the display. But yeah, the buck rake, the 419 on the top of the pit, and it
her just flicking away.
She just flicked all day, just sitting there, she's on the spot right enough, but her just sitting flicking. So,
but as you say, it's an eye catcher. As you say, it's something to bring people on the stand to see what you're doing and how you've done it. I know you're not going to, well, don't want you to tell me all your secrets, because you know that's a different sort of thing, but
that's not a secret. Like, I was just, well, what I did was I got in below a wee 12-volt actuator and a wee bit of rod onto the bottom of the buck rake, so you can just hardly see it, you know, and then the buck rake's just
see something going forward like that there. No, that's actually really cool. Like I say, last year I got quite a nice wee bit of you buck rake, and I got some real nice places, and I got one real awkward place which we'll not mention, which still gives me nightmares at the times. But it actually did look really, really cool. And something, as you say, it was an eye catcher or something like that. But these models are, it's not an expensive hobby, but kind of once you get addicted, you're addicted.
Oh, it's a big addiction too. Like then, if you start to get into the hand built stuff, it starts to become a real problem then. Because
I did have, like, I think in my attic I still have 4 or 5 boxes of Britain's toys. Go back to whenever I was a youngster, so you're going back like 50 million years the way I currently feel at times. And it's nice to see bits like that, and it's nice to see people step outside the box with, especially the ideas like you have. So yeah, no, that was actually really different as well.
Cheers.
So no, definitely.